I think Sekka on Silas or Akali could probably hold his ground. I mean, he probably can anyway, but I think most likely now everyone's expectations of Sekka is sky high from what he did in the last series, especially in the last game. But most, if not all of those performances are coming on Silas and sometimes on Akali. And in my mind, both are out this series on both sides. I don't think Genji are giving either of them on either side. So then you have sky high expectations for Sekka, and he's gonna get outbanned every game. So no matter what, I feel like people are gonna be disappointed today of him, and that's not his fault. That's just them banning Silas Akali. But I don't think the expectations are like he can't actually meet the expectations. I think today, there's no way. I feel like as there's no ignite top 1v1, nothing should really happen. It's more if junglers get involved. He might do the trick here, hugging the left side, not getting spotted. It's not spotted. He's gonna get spotted. Wait, he's still not spotted? Wow. He almost made it the entire way without being spotted. The vision really tricks your mind because it looks like there is vision, but there's not actually vision. Need to be careful when you play actually about trusting vision blindly. I feel like it's good to second guess vision when you see these kind of things in your own games actually, moving forward, because it looks so inaccurate. I feel like both, if anyone dies, it's probably Gen killing DRX 2v2. Maybe now when he has no flash, he could actually die 2v2, but I would imagine like Soraka dying maybe in this 2v2. If she gets knocked by Tam. He can't get out, I think. Yeah, can't get out. Kingen is here. Actually, we talked about this yesterday, didn't we? Top laners going bot TPing top. And there is no way he's like pressuring tower in this setup, so if you're losing top tower, that's for nothing. It's Rekkles. He lives as well. Like, let's say they send their members top, take top tower, you can just send members bot to take bot tower. But before 14, it's so bad to drop a whole tower for the plates. Sekka. Tam W. Big Tam W there. I guess they got Drake at least. Actually, they can go on anyone. Barzult on anyone, like they just one-shot Sejuani here. And it's kill. But if you look at DRX, they can't go on anyone because there is time in the game. Ruler Scott, maybe? Tam. What a difference Tam makes. Don't think it's game though, because Deft can always clear this wave. But there will be 10k gold lead here after this push. So even if there is no soul, I feel like the game is maybe too far here. Are they actually skipping Akali? No way. No way. No way. That feels like such a shame to me because I think Sekka on Akali and Silas have looked incredible and now it's not going to have it this game either. To me, that is the biggest strength of DRX so far this tournament. Sekka Akali, Sekka Silas, especially Sekka Silas. And I have 2 games with him on neither of those. I don't think it's worth it. The Caitlyn, Lux, and Kindred first three for Seka getting his champs. Yeah, normally this would be a like poke Varus game more than anything else, but we haven't seen poke Varus yet. But in a lane like this, I would love to be poke Varus more than attacking Varus. So let's see what he does. But I don't even know if it's a viable build because so far we have only seen the lethal tempo one. But if it is a viable build, I think this is the game to do it. My feeling would be just that, like right now from the series, Seka is not getting his champs, and in this case he actually had a choice and he didn't go for it. I think Sylas first pick, or at least Akali 2-3 would be what what I would do for him. But if I'm looking at sheer strength later in the game, Comet is for sure better than Halo Blades. It's just when I played Poke Varus back in, I think it was mostly last year that I was playing this. Actually, I think I did really well on Poke Varus last year in G2. But anyway, then I was playing Hail of Blades because to me Hail of Blades was making me OP early and I would be OP later just from the champ slash build I was doing. So the only weakness I saw was early game and Hail of Blades really solved that. With Comet, I feel like you make your late even stronger than it already is, but the early is... I feel like you should not be strong early with this setup here. Lehans? Depending on barrel Q, he dies. Missed. Wait, Pyoshi could have killed him. Oof. Comet diff. Wait, Pyoshi could have killed Lehans, couldn't he? Oh my god. Oh my god. No cookies, right? He doesn't have damage with auto. Yeah, top is not disaster either. It's just the jungle and bot that is not in a good state right now. And their champs really need to be. That's why it's more important than otherwise. Like normally you don't really care about being behind in the game. With most champs you don't care about being a little bit behind in the game. But with Kindred and Caitlyn Lux I think you really need to be in good state. Still no support item on Lux. I would love to see how much gold he has on that. Like they're just playing without wards right now. I remember there was a game when I was on analyst desk for finals, LSE finals in Malmö. There was a game where Targamas didn't get his item for a long time. I think that was the first game against Rogue when they were playing Soraka. I don't remember what he was playing. But he didn't have wards for so long that game. I think it was something like 16 minutes that game. She can't get any gold. She doesn't have wards. But they still haven't clicked on her. I really like. I guess eventually she'll get it from passive gold. Is she gonna hit someone here? Maybe it's worth to just ult someone for gold actually. Maybe she should just go hit bot tower and die. Like people do level 1. Still doesn't have it. I really want to see how much she has. She must have 400 something because she's getting passive. I think you passively get something, right? When you play, like you get a gold per 10 seconds or whatever. I don't know the exact value of this, but I think you get passive gold from the support item. So eventually it will upgrade on its own. But it's not getting anywhere with the item. Okay, almost got some gold. I didn't get any gold there either. You got it. Okay, the game starts now. Like, imagine playing 17 minutes. There's 2 Drakes, 2 Heralds taken, and you haven't had a single ward yet. Now you have wards. Finally, you have wards. To me, their OP picks would be mid lane specifically, but you don't have that this game, and they actually had a bad early game as well. So if they win this one, this would give a lot of hope to me for the series. Baron is up here. There's no way they Nash. Usually when you play this kind of AD carry matchup where it's crit versus no crit, you want to play as soon as possible because the non-crit champ is stronger than the crit champ up until the point where the crit champ gets infinity. Before that, the non-crit champ is always stronger. But when the crit champ gets infinity, it gets even, I would say. And then from there on out, the crit champ is just stronger. So the, how to say, the window of ruler advantage versus deft is closing quickly here. He's actually doing Eclipse on Varus here. And he's not going to hit Nash either. I think it's good of ruler not to go to Nash area here because it doesn't deal damage to it anyway. It's better if he's zoning. But this is maybe contestable 4v5. This could be one fight by DRX here, 4v5. They have to drop Nash and flash out with Ornn. Chovy? Okay. That should be Nash for DRX, right? They have to base... Entire Genji team have to base and Kindred is up. They could force unless they wait for Drake. Looks like they're just gonna wait for the Drake. They won't. Flank? Roller is dead, I think. Ooh, close. Lives. But fight might be lost. Probably lost fight. So that's soul for DRX. Second making the diff. Making the difference, Seka here. They win a fight, so there's no reason to flip Elder. You just want to take the fight. When Seka has ult, I think they take the fight. They're just waiting for Seka ult now. Almost has ult, 2 seconds. Now he has ult. Now they can look. Silas is bot without TP. This is actually quite smart, I think, because this creates a flip situation. With him pushing, they actually have to flip the Drake. Kingen is here. It's 4v4 now. No TP buff. But Chovy cannot end in King and face. So it's just 4v4 on Drake. And Doran just Doran just disappears, yeah. Flip? Oh, the Kindred ult! Smart. Reset, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna try to end mid. If he can cancel Shover recall. Should be a try. Chovy cannot base. Yeah, Doran just disappeared. That's what I mean. They have so much more damage on the DRX side. Like, you can't play the fight front to back. Because if Ornn is getting hit, he's actually just disappearing at this point of the game. So you need to create a fight where you're flanking the Caitlyn so he can't hit for free. But a fight like this, he can hit for free, and then it's no way, yeah. Could get Dove top here, but no man on Ornn, so most likely not. Maybe they have enough mana on Ornn. Depends how many spells he has. Does he have EW? Okay, it's enough, yeah. Can't really do anything bot in return. Me and Febiven would always order food and Coca-Cola. And then that's when it started, him teaching us how bad it actually is, and me stopping that. But I was never got into coffee or energy drinks. It was just Coca-Cola at some point. All in pit. They're gonna have to flash out here. They should flash out, but they're not flashing out. Okay. Wouldn't it be better to farm in jungle here? Yeah, absolutely. But that's why the Sejuani pick makes it so awkward, because you don't want to pair a Graves here. I actually think they had to put Sejuani jungle this game to make it feel good. Because then you can have Ezreal Karma, Sejuani jungle, and carry top, and play for top carry. But because you put Sejuani top, there is no good jungle to pick. Viego is already taken, and I think that's the only good jungle with Sejuani top. And if you put Sejuani top, you have no one to play for. So I think actually Sejuani had to go jungle this game. I think your 4-5 had to be carry top. Seka is gonna clean. Chovy? He doesn't even have aggro. He has aggro. Okay, got one. Might die. No. Best thing to do is try to fight. Here's the fight. Deft is dead. Maybe bailout? Oof. If he had flash, he was actually out. Kill for ruler, that's good for Genji. If Deft had flash there, he was actually out. His flash was cooldown when he died. It's a good pick though. They need more of that, especially kills on ruler. I think is good here. But if I'm DRX and I'm thinking like, what is the best draft I can get today? This is probably it, right? Like favorite jungler to get today would be Graves or Viego. Best weak side top would be Ornn. Best mid would be Sylas or Akali. Best AD bot, like AD sub combo after Lucian Nami out, probably Varus Renata, right? So you pretty much have the best champ in every role that you can possibly get here. And if I look at Genji's side, I don't really know what I mean, they got Sejuani, but Sejuani like this is not strong. Ezreal Karma is not strong. Trundle is not strong in this game. I guess he counters one a little bit, but that's it. Should never happen. Pick? Ruler? That's kill, yeah. Dies to red buff, so that's ruler kill as well. I think he has more mana now. And that's Drake for them as well. Okay, this is huge, actually. Yep, he has more mana. This is the window ruler can play on. We're not ult. They're fighting this 4v5. They probably win this, actually. Or? This is such an important portion of the game. If Genji can win this and get the Drake, game is saved. But if DRX get Drake here, they won't have enough time to farm on us here. I think they really need to win this fight here, Genji. And they have Astral Power. Sekka though? Sekka will execute Ruler, I think. Yep, Ruler's dead. Sekka. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Sekka. Making the difference once again. Man, this guy. Okay, now game is hard. I think if actually Genji managed to win this and they got the Drake here, that buys so much time for Chovy, but now there's no time. There's Nash Drake, 5 minutes for Soul. You don't have time to get another item on Azir. King and dies, that's potentially Drake. They're fighting this. Barrel flashed in. They're fighting this. They're flank on Akali here. It's getting zoned up by Sejuani. Sekka? Yeah, Sekka got it. It's all Sekka. That's game. Don't even have to get Drake. That's just game. Big blunder in draft, I think, here from Genji. But the RX are... yeah, they're playing pretty well. I think they got the best champ in pretty much every role this game. So Ryze counters Sylas, maybe. Because otherwise it doesn't really make sense to not pick the Sylas, right? It feels like the Ryze could have been the blocker for Sylas here. The RX were scared of picking Sylas because of the Ryze. Genji are scared of picking the Sylas because of the Ryze, so they just pick the Ryze instead. That could be the blocker here. Maybe that matchup is just too hard to play. I don't play enough mid to know for sure. Hyper carry for Ruler, I like it. Hard matchup though, I think. Sion to Varus. This is quite hard matchup though, I think. Sion to Varus. But what I do like is a hyper carry for Ruler. Ruler has the tools now to make the difference. In the last game and the game before, I don't think he did. Regardless of how well he played in Astral game and Varus game, he couldn't carry. But now he's actually the one outscaling now. He's actually the one losing early now, but outscaling, which was the opposite in the last 2 games. He was the one winning early, but getting outscaled. So more of a scaling approach on his side now. Should be hard for Nautilus this game. I don't think his pick is particularly good. I guess if they get ahead, he can make a lot of plays, but if the game is even, it's hard for him to hook in. I think he just gets insta-Braum tagged. 280 carries hitting him, he's gonna die. Yeah, he's just gonna kill every fight if he's not ahead. Here it could blow up though. Both teams have 5 man here for Herald. No flash barrel. Galio's in. They have Kindred ult as well. Ruler. Sek is in. Oh my god, it's so close. But he doesn't get any resets. 1 kill for Chovy. 1 kill for Doran. And no Herald taken. I think bot wave is really bad for DRX here though. And it was also really bad top. Like Drake is actually up before it comes to a point of him being able to split here. Getting dove. There's no flash. Big kill to Pioshik as well. Kindred is gonna be really strong this game. Maybe here they can cat. No, it's not. It's gonna be a hard fight here. They can't go Brom. They have to find a flank maybe. But it doesn't feel possible. My heart is pumping. I'm nervous. I don't think they can do anything actually. They're trying, but I think this is so DRX favored. This setup here. They just have to stay on top of each other. Maybe Pioshik is gonna get one shot here. Nope, not gonna happen. I think DRX together is too strong. They one shot Pioshik maybe? Yep, he's out. That's it. Should be Genji's fight now. Yeah, they just had to stay on top of each other, but Pioshik was too far up. He got flash W by Renekton. He didn't even get flash W by Renekton. It was just slice W by Renekton. Should never happen. I feel like if the carries just stay behind and the front line just stay ahead, like actually, there's no reason for Gragas to sunrise. No reason. Because together as 5, DRX always win that. Because they were they were not in a good spot there. They were really desperate to get something there. So this kind of saves the game, I would say. Because now with this Drake, that means there is no soul point for at least about 10 minutes. And in 10 minutes time, Saya has 3 items. Which means Saya is strongest member in the game in 10 minutes time. Maybe Kindred will be stronger, but that's it. Otherwise Saya will be strongest member with 3 items. So you can play for that now with you getting this Drake. But I feel like that was just a big mistake by DRX there. Like, sure, great by Genji to get that fight and get the one shot on Kindred, but that should never happen. Gragas just has to stay with his team, and Galio just have to not use his spells aggressively. This could be a really bad fight for DRX here. They don't have AD carry or Gragas. Nash is spawning. No, there's no Nash. No Nash. Okay. But that's your only way of forcing them to fight you. Any other scenario in the game, they will not fight you. So you have to start Nash as DRX here. He's dead, actually. Well, now they're definitely forcing Nash. And this is not a winnable fight for Genji, I think. Because you will have the 5-man here together as DRX together. And the 5-man together like this, with them having to fight you, is so favorable. They should start Nash, though. They should start Nash. They must start Nash here. Doesn't get better than this. They should not chase. They should just start Nash. They're actually chasing instead of starting Nash? That's so weird. Like, they would have to force 5v5, but now it's enemy team without jungle as well. This felt like the perfect scenario to start Nash here. After Renekton kill, I guess they start Nash. It's 4v5 again, but at least now for Genji they have jungle to try to steal. But this must be them forcing Nash. Doesn't get any better than this. It must be forced Nash here. And it's gonna be hard for Genji to fight. They have double smite. Ryze has smite as well. Ryze and Viego have smite. But it's hard to fight here. The RX will stand together as 5. And no infinity on Saya to carry. Probably can't fight this as Genji here. You will just go in and die. Don't think you can split though as DRX. You need to stay together, staying together. Okay. Alright. Drake in 40. I think DRX should force the Drake. Just stay together and force the Drake. If they get it, it's soul. And if Genji go on them, it's also a good fight. So I think they should force. I think they should try to not be the ones going on Genji. They should try to have the fight be Genji going on them. So I would just force the Drake. I would go in pit even, actually. If by any means you can get the 5-man into pit. Because then they will have to join Pit as well, and I think that fight is favorable for you. I would go Pit, yeah. I would put 5-man Pit right now. Flip. Kinry got it. That's Ocean Soul, and they're all stacked. Should be DRX fight. Should be DRX fight. This game. Unless Ruler. Unless Ruler does something here, it's game. It is Ruler. Oh! Oh my god, he almost made it out as well. I think it's still game? No, I think maybe Rice can do it now. Oh my god, if it wasn't for that, maybe... Wait, can he actually save the game now because of Ruler doing that? Did Ruler just save the game? Ruler just saved the game. Woo! Ruler saved the game. Oh my god, Ruler! Woo! Now Ruler has Smarter Reminder. I think this is an okay spot in the build to make it, but earlier than this it's not possible. This is the earliest you can ever make the item, I think, in AD carry build when he has it now. Ruler has no ult, no flash here. It's hard for him to hit. But he might have to do something soon. That's 2 inhibs down, and they can go the third. They don't need to base. I would probably go bot here, though. They're just gonna force, okay. Renekton will just die here. He can't go in. That's game. Ruler can't make the difference here. That's game. That's it. Honestly, these last 2 games were such a draft if, I think. I mean, DRX are... They had like 2 slip-ups this game, but other than that, they're playing really well. And they played really well last game too, but I think the draft makes it low-key unplayable, both games. They have no good options. Like, I think the option this game is honestly Rice split pushing. Like, actually, Seka smurfed every game today. Played really well Akali, played really well Ori. I guess the Asir wasn't... Actually, the Asir wasn't that great. Now that I think about it. But he played really well Ori, Galio, and Akali. And he has a Silas still, obviously, if that's up. I forgot to clap for DRX, but... Genji clap, DRX clap. But probably you... Yeah. Probably don't give him Kindred. Probably don't give him Kindred.